Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
I am a big fan of science, honestly. The glory of science is that it is so absolute and unforgiving. Science is the gold standard of truth. Tune into an episode of Forensic Files if you require a proven proof. But these days, when it comes to science in the eyes of political types, and even in some cases, scientists and doctors themselves, science is fluid. You know, like gender is these days. Oh, sure, Bruce is sporting an Adam's apple and 5 o'clock shadow, which makes him really resemble a man. But since Bruce identifies as an asexual, non-binary, two-spirit, lesbian unicorn, then Bruce shall be referred to as such as he goes about securing a spot in women's wrestling and then proceeds to clean the clocks of biological females. Oops, did I say he? Got to be careful given the pronoun police out there, folks, so I humbly apologize. I meant to say that Bruce's pronoun is Z, zer, zay, zippity, doo, da, and sometimes Y. And so it is that just as gender is now fluid, well, science is kind of fluid too. Well, at least when it comes to the Wuhan virus, this is especially the case when politicians appropriate science, because politicians must always do the politically correct thing, meaning that truth is always the first casualty. Indeed, during this pandemic, how many times have we seen politicians politicize science so that it fits their narrative, ultimately making science, well, unscientific? Case in point, I referenced Premier Ford's infamous bunch of Yahoo slur. That was uttered last April when anti-lockdown protesters began gathering upon the lawns of Queen's Park, clearly violating the science that pertains to social distancing and gathering limitations. If that's the way Premier Cherry Cheesecake is going to roll, so be it. And yet, in the weeks that followed, we witnessed even larger gatherings of people who were part of Black Lives Matter demonstrations. They too congregated at Queen's Park. Hey, same pandemic, same place, same time, right? And what did what did Premier Ford have to say about those BLM demonstrations? Yeah, no slurs to hear here, folks, because apparently the Wuhan virus is super intelligent and is a staunch social justice warrior, meaning it gives a pass to racial injustice protesters. It would never infect those SJWs, but alas, it despises anti-lockdown protesters for reasons that continue to elude us.
That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.